Hello, everyone, and welcome. You can sense it through the pageantry, the tradition, the electricity that permeates this place as we get set for a terrific game. We have a ranked versus unranked battle coming up here, and you know how chaos can ensue if they start smelling an upset. As we'll see a squad from the Mountain West, the Fresno State Bulldogs, taking on the 9th-ranked team in the land, a squad looking to put on a show. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. The anticipation rivals that of Christmas morning, about to start the season when toe meets leather. So Fresno State's offense is on the field for the first time today. And here's the veteran, a steady set of hands, Jesse, that sort of feels like a security blanket.
And that's big in a game like this, Reese. As a quarterback, I need to know I have a guy I can throw to when I get into a jam. Who can I count on? It's that guy right there.
Yeah, having trust, because I'm going to throw you the football when I trust you to run the right route, be at the right depth, catch the football. This guy's kind of earned that throughout his career.
And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there. You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Still running at the 40. Afterburners coming. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down. Fresno State right back to the line.
You got to feel good for this kid, too. He worked so hard this past offseason to put himself in position to be the starting running back, and he's got a lot of skill, guys. He's got speed, open field running ability. I think he's going to be a big part of the offense this season.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play.
This defense has got to get better at tackling in the open field or gang tackling, because if you need 3 or 4 guys to bring a guy down, have fun with that.
They'll try to drive ahead on 3rd and short. And they make the tackle, but he has plenty for the first down.
You know, this is a running back who wants the ball, and he wants the offense to run through him. Really nice job there on the 3rd down of this opening drive for his offense. I can't wait to see what kind of game this guy's going to have.
Fresno State moving it quickly down the field. Back to pass. It's Keene trying to get to him. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
And that's what you're trying to do, not just in this game, but for the season. You're just trying to set the tone defensively, and they do that getting the sack. They feel good about their front 7, all the athletes they have. It'll be fun to watch this unit for the rest of this game and see how they do in one-on-one situations.
Really need to pick up some yardage this time on 2nd and long. They'll try to pop the draw. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. And we might as well state the obvious. 1st and 2nd down didn't work out. 3rd and very long. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Finds his big tight end. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. Now it looks as if they'll settle for the field goal try. And this will be a 41-yarder coming up from the right side. The official says no good. And guys, after the miss, no change in the score. A first down for the offense.
You can't miss opportunities like that. You're playing on the road in a hostile environment. You're trying to seize momentum right out of the gate. You get a nice drive to start the game, and then you miss the field goal. You don't get any points to show for that. And if they're going to win this one, guys, they've got to take advantage of those types of opportunities.
Gets the nose of the ball to the 25, give him 1.
Marked at the 25-yard line. Brings up 2nd down.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. They move the tight end all over. Give to the running back. Rumbles ahead for a pickup of 5 to the 29.
Offensive linemen love to run the power. Why? You run power. You run power. then you can play action. You don't want that defense to be sitting there saying, it's a pass, having to pass block every play. You got to keep defenses off balance.
They'll try to muscle their way forward on 3rd and short from the 29. They'll put the tight end in motion. They'll run it out of the shotgun. They get him on the ground, but it's a first down.
And they just kind of sneak that one in there as a defensive guy, 3rd and 5+. I'm thinking pass. They were thinking pass, Palmer, and they slipped the run in.
And it's so nice then to have this guy at running back too, right? Because you could throw it to him on 3rd down or hand it off, and he's got the vision and the athleticism to go pick up that first, keep the drive going.
Just buried it. And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on 1st down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
Out of the gun, the running back has it. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
I think it's really important for this offense. They get this guy going early in the game, and they're doing a nice job of that right now. Remember, he's the kind of running back who gets better as the game goes on. That's a really good omen for this offense, considering his success now early.
They'll switch it up here and look to throw. Finds his tight end. Put it right on him. Sweet play. Good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down. New set of downs after that completion. The offense showing motion from the tight end, trying to get a read on the D. Leaves it with the back.
They pick up the first down on the drag route. I know that seems like a simple route, but it's actually a lot more complex than what it looks like because that route changes based on whether it's man or zone. If it's man coverage, he's flying across the field. If it's zone, he's got to sit down over the ball in a soft spot, giving his quarterback a place to go with it. Nice job of those guys being on the same page there.
Pulls and throws off the RPO. And it'll be a touchdown. They draw first blood, and that is exactly what you want to open the season with a drive like that.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it 7-0. 76 yards on the drive for the touchdown, and the scoring play came on the 12-yard run. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. From inside the 10, here he comes. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Fresno State takes over and the offense will go back to work. You want to talk about taking the wind out of your sails. Drive the ball down the field and miss the field goal, David.
You know what? Don't leave it up to kickers. Execute better offensively. I think you move the ball nice. You got to keep that in mind. But, Palmer, I think you got to stay aggressive and don't settle for field goals.
Yeah, because you got to know there's just no margin for error right now. You just have got to be able to execute at a high level.
They're strong and they're scrawl. Defensive tackles, they're scrawl. There's such big jokers in the middle where they just lock out those offensive linemen. And running backs, listen, they don't have much of a chance. When you got that 300-plus pound guy grabbing you around the shoulder pad, you tend to go to the ground pretty quickly.
Wants to throw. It's Keem. He wants to take the top off. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
Yeah, and I love taking deep shots. I think it makes quarterbacks play honest, safeties play honest, and you can tell just missed a little bit deep on that shot. But listen, those are shots that we want to take because the risk is definitely worth the reward.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
And that is your job. The O-line has to protect the quarterback. That's the most important position on the field. You got to make sure you keep him upright. You got to do a better job.
Fresno State will have to punt. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. He gets a block. Coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line. Offense set on first down. The give to the back. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, man, there's some big hitting going on in the trenches right now. This defense, they take a lot of pride in stopping the run. Let's keep our eye on them throughout the course of the game and see if they can contain this running attack.
Trying to impose their will with the run. Stopped at the 46-yard line, but give him 10 yards and the first down.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, exploding through. How about that nice, big, huge gain? If I'm the OC, let's call that one again.
Tosses it incomplete.
Well, on that last play, you'd like to see the quarterback be a little bit more accurate and give his guy a chance to make the play. That ball wasn't even close to his intended target's body.
Leaves it with the running back. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. He's got 47 yards on the ground, and they wanted to have an identity as a running team, and he's giving them that in the season opener. On 3rd and short, the power run here. Brought to the ground, but not before getting enough for the first down.
And that's so tough as a defense because they only got to get inches. But I got to find a way to somehow get a knockback, stop the running back's feet right there. I couldn't do it. He gets downhill just enough, and he gets the first down.
It's a good job, too, there on 3rd down by the offense because a major statistic in football in terms of winning and losing is how good are you at staying on the field, keeping drives alive. Whether it's 3rd and long or 3rd and inches, you just have to go execute, and they do it there.
Quick completion to the right. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Out of the gun, the give to the back. Brought down after a pickup of 5 yards down to the 10. How about these 2 running games so far? Dominance on the ground as we look at the first quarter stats. And they've swapped ends of the field, and we'll get it going in the second. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. Wants to throw on 3rd. He was thinking touchdown on the scramble, but they're able to stop him short of the end zone.
Man, that's frustrating for a defense. You had him in 3rd down. You had him in a predictable situation. Try to go capitalize on it. What does he do? Pulls that rabbit out of the hat, scrambles around, now puts him right inside the 5-yard line in scoring position. You got to bow your necks. You better get ready for the next play.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And you got to get locked in the red zone. A lot of defensive coordinators, they'll tell you, we'll give up yards, but we got to understand what we're trying to get accomplished. Great job down here near the goal line. This defense bowing their neck up and getting a big stop.
He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. And they've inched closer and closer, and still 2 yards to go for the touchdown here on 3rd down. Barges ahead. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Man, it has been a long drive offensively. I just feel like you got to pay this off and be aggressive. You're down close. Punch it in for a touchdown here, Pollard.
Yeah, and inside the 3-yard line,
Sprints into the end zone for a touchdown.
I know we're only in game one, but in this half, you've got to be excited about what you've seen from this offense. Really nice rhythm. Quarterback's got great command on the field with respect to what they're trying to do, and they've got some weapons. I can't wait to see what this offense does this year.
Lining up to add another. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Dynamite matchup today, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Ohio State is currently ahead in this one, but they're not exactly putting the Buckeye leaves on those helmets just yet. This is a tight one in Columbus. They're up by 4 over Akron. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business. Gentlemen?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Defense there to stop him after a gain of 1 to the 22. The Bulldogs moving quickly to the line. Now they'll run the draw. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
I'll tell you, this defensive end, not only can he pass rush, but he can play the run as well. You see him beat the offensive lineman there trying to block him and get in the backfield to make that tackle for loss. That was impressive.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. Looking to throw, it's Keene. Pressure in his face, and he lets it fly. And they fail to hook up on 3rd down.
every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable 3rd and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
Makes a move. And you make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. They'll start this drive from their own 35-yard line. Here's the handoff. Fakes his man out. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup. He now has 62 yards rushing in this first half, and he is making quite the impression in the opener. This offense has a 2nd down play. He's looking to throw. Got it in the middle, it's Morris. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. Fresh set of downs after the completion. They'll try the run. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on 1st down, make that 2nd down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
Movement here from the tight end. Give to the running back. They get him on the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down.
So far, everything's just seemed to work for this offense when they've wanted to run the football. Regardless of what down and distance it is, they're able to get it done. Up front, getting a lot of push, and these backs are finding the holes.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Grabbed over the middle. It's Bell. Really nice job there by both guys to throw and the catch to work that defense and get the first down.
How many first downs is that alone, just on this drive? The defense, they keep this up, they're going to get worn out, continue to have to play more and more guys. They got to do something to change this.
Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Makes the grab. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
Oh, I love when they sneak the big fella out of the backfield, usually blocking so much. Nice job with a little play action, slide him, give him the rock.
Running back searching for a hole. And he's knocked down, but not before moving the chains.
And that's all you want, right? You want that first down, understand the situation, understand I got to get north and south, get a first down, get a new set of downs.
From the 14-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Fast motion from the offense. Takes the handoff. It's Hall. Headed to the end zone. And they're in for a touchdown. Precision blocking up front. Created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes. It just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll bring it back from inside the 15. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Here comes the Fresno State offense onto the field. They just haven't been able to get anything going, and they better get started or it's going to get away from them, David.
Yeah, and these are the weeks that you really wish that you were playing a video game and you could just reset the console, start over, Jesse, and make something better happen early.
They just look like they're sleepwalking in this first half, and it's not just one guy. They just haven't been playing collectively as a unit. And if I'm the head coach, I'm considering starting to give some other dudes some chances here.
With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. Give to the back. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. Come to the line at the 42, facing a 3rd and short. They'll try to power their way ahead. A huge pickup on the play before he goes out of bounds, but the question is, will it stand? There is a penalty marker on the field. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. He's up to 47 yards rushing already here in the first half. It's a season opener, but he's in midseason form. Can't hold on. He had it right down the middle, and he flat dropped it. Let's see if they go back to the air on 2nd and 10 from the 28. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the first half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the consistency they want because they can't keep their quarterback standing up straight.
He just didn't have a chance to get loose and make his way to that first down marker.
I think fans get upset sometimes, like run your route past the sticks so we can get the first down. But nice job by the defense understanding where the sticks were and forcing the 4th down.
Never a doubt for this big-footed guy. 49-yard field goal is good. So the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away after putting up a field goal. Let's see what the defense can do. Fielded in the end zone, it's Morgan. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. And the offense back on the field, ready to dial up ball plays. How about the way they attacked the last time they had the ball, mixing run and pass and winding up in the end zone, Jesse?
That's why recruiting is so important. They've got weapons at every skill position on the field. Any of these guys is dangerous if they touch the football. Let's see what they do on this drive, David.
And so, Palmer, I got to take away something. I can't let them have everything and have success. I got to be aggressive against the run or play for the pass. I can't give them everything.
You know, sometimes even a short gain like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
Looking to scramble. Quarterback gets enough. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. This offense lines up feeling awfully good after that big play.
First down for the offense.
To the air, it's Orji. Fires to the big fella. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
And that is another first down for the offense.
Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. He's going to pass. He finds his man.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
He's looking for an open man on second down. He'll pull it down and run. He got a bunch and looked close to getting a lot more, but he's got the first down. Offense now working in the red zone. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. He's got it. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. Now on first and goal, a score here, and that mountain is huge if you want to make a comeback. Pushes ahead. And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout called.
This is a hard defense to run to the outside against because of their speed. And you saw in that last play, their ability to go sideline to sideline, win at the point of attack as they shut down that sweep play.
Yeah, and it's also hard when you get in the red because what do on defense? We bring in all the big bodies, so there's not a lot of space in there to run. I like getting the ball in the perimeter. You toss it out there, you run it back. He gets out there faster. Got a positive gain. Still a couple plays here left, too.
On second and goal, they go right back to it. Going right back to the well, and this time he finds water. Gets it into the end zone for the touchdown. They'll try to add another to their lead. Oh, and he hit the left upright. No good. So a drive there of 82 yards, and it was closed out by the short yardage touchdown. And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. They go to the ground. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, it is tough to beat the big house when it's full and rocking as it is today in Ann Arbor. And we've got to start our halftime breakdown with this superstar running back. His elusiveness, his raw power. This young man is the total package. And his ability to catch the ball out of the backfield is a differentiator. A lot of guys can hit the hole. This kid can hit the hole and hit the home run in the passing game. And with that, let's send it back to the guys in the big house.
Thanks for that breakdown, Kevin. Kickoff and kickoff return teams on the field, and we're just about ready to go in the second half. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Okay, so here comes the offense returning to the field. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. Wide out in motion. First play from scrimmage, and they'll keep it on the ground. He has 89 yards on the day, and the defense has been getting a steady diet of this dude on opening day. Less than a yard to go to pick up the first down. The give to the single back. At the 45 on its way. And how much running room have they been able to find just all day? They are piling up unbelievable rushing stats. That kind of play will send a surge of energy through your offense. Now they've got it 1st and 10 inside the 40. They move the tight end all over. Power football with the run. No, he just flat ran over it.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
Out of the gun, the inside give. They wrestle him to the ground, but he's got plenty for a first down.
In halftime in this locker room, there's a lot of positive things to talk about. You got the lead, but you know what else will be positive, Palmer? Get the running game going early in this second half.
You're absolutely right here, and I think this coaching staff is going to try to put this game on the offensive line a little bit. Let these guys take this thing over, be physical, and push this defense around.
They'll put the tight end in motion. They'll try to get it in with the run. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. You just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for you.
He'll run it to the middle, looking for the end zone. And into the end zone for a touchdown.
And it's been more of the same in the second half for this offense, doing whatever they want. What a start to the season, man. This is exactly what you draw up. Everything they drew up in the offseason has worked in game one, and that's why they are dominating this football game.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point just tacks a little bit more onto this huge lead. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, want to update you on a game that went final moments ago. Temple looked like a program ready to take the next step after a big road win today. This was a complete team effort from the Owls. Offense, defense, and special teams all doing its part. Impressive, to say the least.
Looking downfield, it's Keem.
It's one game. You don't want to react too much either way, but I think both teams will leave this one with some things to work on moving forward.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. After that last completion, it's second down. The give to the back. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
And the defense was locked in. You could tell they saw it. They reacted right away. Got the running back on the ground immediately.
Throwing right. Oh, and it's picked off. Threw it right into the teeth of double coverage. He was looking for a little more on that return, but he hands this offense a short field at the 35.
how about that? I mean, they knew this defense was good defending the pass, but that had more to do with who's in the secondary, not necessarily who's up front. David, his best Pollock impersonation, picking that one off.
Yeah, baby, you don't get many opportunities to drop in coverage. You don't get many balls thrown your way, but when you do, you want to make sure you take advantage, showing off the athletic ability, showing the hands. The big defensive lineman comes up with the INT.
Going up top on first down. Buys a little time. Trying to make magic on the scramble. And he avoids the tackle with the slide.
You know, QBs want to make those big plays. They want to put up the big stats, but when nothing's there, sometimes you just tuck the ball, get a minimal gain. I like the slide, by the way, too. Get down and don't take a big hit.
Inside the 25, they'll snap it from the 24. First down. Looking for room. It's Hall. They wrestle him down after he picks up 6 inside the 20 and down at the 18.
It's the MO of this offense, and they really put a lot on the offensive line to go out and really try and establish their dominance and their assertiveness, and they've done a good job of that early in this game running the football.
To the ground with the back. Shakes off the defender. Is that stiff arm even a human arm? It looks like some type of steel bludgeoning device on his way to a first down.
And I don't care if I get it by 2, by 20, by 30, by 40. I just want to get the first down, understanding the situation, understanding where the sticks are. Doesn't have to be sexy, but I got to make sure I get to that stick, get to the first down marker.
Now down to the 12-yard line. It's first down. The offense showing motion from the tight end, trying to get a read on the D. They'll go to the ground. Just causing wreckage in the secondary. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
Operating in the red zone here on second down. They'll give it to the back. And yes, he's in the end zone for the touchdown.
And add it on again. This offense has done whatever they want, however they want, and this lead has ballooned. When you start a season off, you want to build momentum. You want to defeat an opponent and beat them badly. That's exactly what they've done. This team looks ready to compete for a national championship.
He'll try to tack on one more. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finish it off with the score from the 4. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Fresno State takes over and the offense will go back to work. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays. And I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw at this drive.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Back to pass. It's Keene. He's going to run it. They make the stop, but what a job on the scramble to get loose and pick up that first down. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. He wants to throw. He finds a soft spot in the middle. And they picked up 9 on first down. It'll bring up 2nd and short.
I'll tell you, when you've got a tight end like this, it makes it a lot easier calling pass plays on first down, even if the defense is in zone coverage. He did a really good job there, working his leverage, finding the soft spot, and making it an easy completion.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. They'll try to get the first through the air. Got him, and nobody's close. He'll be brought down at the 3-yard line. An explosive play in the passing game has him on the doorstep.
How about that job after the catch on a critical third down? He's able to make people miss. He's able to use his speed. Ball was thrown out in front of him so he could advance it.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Bulldogs.
Touchdown, Fresno State.
Yeah, and this offense needs a spark, man. Down big. Listen, it's game one. It's not the end of the world, but we got a deficit. Got to put some drives together. Nice drive here. Now the defense needs to do their part because they got to put this thing in turbo.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by... to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So, guys, we'll get another look at this offense. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
A run up the middle is stuffed for no gain.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Pulls and fires it complete to the right. Oh, it's on the ground. High ball. That is a serendipitous turn of events with the fumble going out of bounds. They'll maintain possession.
Oh, man, and for the defense, you're just like, dang it, if that would have just stayed in bound for a second longer, we could have got the ball, maybe made some momentum, something happened, but the offense definitely dodged a bullet on that one.
Pulls it and fires to the left. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
Well, you're seeing the balance this offense has and how they can create explosive plays in a variety of ways. We just saw one come in the run game, and now you see one coming in the passing game. I'll tell you, they've got this defense on their heels.
Red pass, it's complete. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
At the 46. First down for the offense.
The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. Using his legs, it's Hall. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front?
Man, not much wiggle room for the ball carrier there.
I'm not really sure what they can do to try to create some space.
I know. Block better. How about the offensive lineman push some guy backwards and make some holes?
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to throw, it's Orji. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. He'll get rid of it. Working on the right. They get him down, but this offense is set up 1st and goal from the 9.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. He'll pick up 3 before he's downed at the 6.
Down at the 6-yard line. It's now 2nd and goal.
Will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the fourth. Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. Running play to the left here, looking for the end zone. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
It's looking like they're going to have to throw this one in now on third down, David. And you know the execution just has to be spot on. Timing especially at the quarterback position here.
And thinking about the defense, they're aggressive in these situations. They're going to play man. They're going to play up tight on you. So I know that. Now how do I counterpunch and attack this defense?
Looking to throw on third and goal. They're bringing heat. And the quarterback caught up 2 and sacked at the 12. They'll try to salvage a field goal on this drive. Right down the boulevard, it's good. Well, that's just piling on. Not the penalty kind, just the mean kind. That lead just keeps getting fatter, and this kickoff team doing a little running. Looks as if the returner will try and field this one. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that.
Fresno State offense will take
Here
over.
comes the Fresno State offense onto the field. They'll get this drive going from the 17. They'll start this drive with a pass. And he can't make the connection on his first attempt.
Well, the defense came into this one knowing if they stop the pass, they win the game, and they have done that. Their guys have won one-on-one on islands. They've been able to get to the quarterback. They've been mixing up their looks. They haven't even allowed 100 yards passing in this one, and that's why they are way ahead here in the fourth quarter.
It'll be a 1st and 10 from the 29. Looking downfield, it's Wood. Feeling some heat. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
Another hit on the quarterback. All day long, this defense has been able to pin their ears back and get after this guy, and because of that, he's never gotten into a rhythm throwing the football, and that's why they find themselves trailing here late in the fourth quarter.
Fires into traffic, intercepted. They make the tackle after the turnover, but hang on just a second. There's a flag on the field. Let's see if it stands. That is a huge break for this offense. Instead of the turnover, roughing the passer, and you've still got the football. They want to just keep throwing it. Got it set up on the outside. He makes the stop, but a nice pickup there on 1st down. Leaves him in 2nd and manageable.
And he didn't get a big gain. You want to call that play and probably want to get more yards, but you could tell that was super close from seriously busting loose. Nice job running the screen, getting the ball to your playmaker. If he could just make one more guy miss, that might have been huge.
And this defense was flailing as he weaved his way and got down to the 26.
The offense Not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum and gain a little bit of confidence that they can keep coaching up heading into their next game.
And the Bulldogs will line it up on 1st and 10. From the red zone, it's Arsenault. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line?
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
And he dropped it, just didn't hook the thing all the way in.
You see an incompletion there. I think a big reason why this team is in such a hole right now in the fourth quarter is they have just not been able to find the explosive plays throwing the ball. And you got to wonder at this point, is it too little too late?
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. 3rd and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. Lets it fly. And it'll be intercepted in the end zone. And the senior just took that one out of the air and sent it the other way.
And that's a really good job by the defense, understanding the situation of football. It's 4th down. It's late in the game. You got a multi-possession lead. Take away all the deep stuff. Make them force the football into coverage. They do, and they stamp this game.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout called by the offense.
3 tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10.
42 Spider.
The give to the running back from the shotgun. Stopped at the 25 after a 5-yard gain.
I know the passing game sells and the passing game is exciting, but it's not exciting to get 5 or 6 yards a pop on the ground, but it will be very successful.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time.
Delay of game. Offense.
Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there.
Got it.
2nd down coming up. He'll run it again. Crosses the 30. He's got to lay it. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line.
Well, on that one, they decide to attack the left outside on the ground, and you see the speed by the ball carrier there, Reese, picking up a huge chunk of yards.
Now, I can't imagine any reason they wouldn't just run that play again.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Why not just go back to the well one more time?
And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49. 6-yard pickup on 1st down leaves him with 2nd and 4. Looking for a gap. It's Marshall. At the 40, there he goes. They've got the defense reeling right now with that big play to the 29.
Nice job getting outside, right? Those running backs, they get on those tracks, they run outside. Now they're in the open field. It's so tough. Those safeties are flying down, try to get an angle, but you could tell the speed sets them up, makes the big play out to the left.
He gets it across the 25 to the 24, give him 5 on the carry.
2nd down coming up.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Softened him up with a run, now to throw. Fires to the wideout. Got his man downfield. They make the stop at the 5-yard line, but they've got it 1st and goal. The big fellas line up in a goal line defense.
With a big opportunity in the red zone.
They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line.
At the 2-yard line. Brings up second and goal.
On the set.
Second and goal for the offense.
Set. Hut.
The give. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of pay dirt.
Well, he gets tackled down at the 1-yard line, so offensively, do you feel confident enough on third here trying to hand it off again?
Yeah, and I'm taking both these downs, and I'm coming downhill. I'm running the football, trying to get this in the end zone. I only got a yard to go. I got to be physical.
Slams ahead. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense is that much closer to salting away a victory. This defense, with its back to the wall, has been a wall. Now, 4th and goal. What do you think?
Well, if I'm the defense, shoot, I've stuffed you a couple times in a row. I've put that doubt in your head, so I want you to go for it. I'm going to get another stop.
Wide open on the move. He has it on the jet sweep. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
Well, I think this home environment was just too much for their opponents to handle. There's been unbelievable noise and energy. The crowd showed up today, but how about the playmaking on the field? These guys have got dudes all over the field, and this kind of win week 1 sends a statement and reverberates all across college football.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Fresno State takes over, and the offense will go back to work. This thing got out of hand on them, but they'll try to finish with some pride here.
And this one was a beatdown, and there's nothing you can do about it because this one's over. Jesse, now we got to start progressing for next week for the rest of this season so we don't let one bad game turn into 2.
Yeah, there are very few teams out there that won't watch game film, but they may want to skip this one. I mean, because it may hurt their confidence. They just need to turn the page and get ready for the next opponent and forget this day ever happened.
They'll snap it on 1st down from the 35.
Here we go.
Looking to move it through the air. Coming after him. And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense.
And man, is that just indictment of the day. Your quarterback getting drilled late in the football game. This offense has sputtered. They haven't found any kind of good rhythm. They haven't done things that really gives your coach confidence and makes you...
And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again.
The defense puts the exclamation point on the day. They have had a wonderful day, man. Doing everything great. Just, you could tell they were dialed into what was going on, and now just throw another sack in the equation, hitting the quarterback, being disrupted. They've been all over the field.
We waited so long to start the season, and just the way you want to start, getting that first victory.
And the first games are so much fun. You've been practicing against each other over and over all through camp. Now you get to come out, start the season off 1-0, Jesse. Great start.
It was a great start for the winning team. Now, for the losing team, obviously not the way you want to get into this season. There were some mistakes with execution, and guys are going to have to do a better job individually. But that's why you play the games. You get to now go back to the drawing board, get back on the practice field, try and iron out these wrinkles. It's a long season ahead. A lot to play for.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This